Hi, good morning everybody. Welcome to the Early Bird. I got more time today, so we'll get on this and I'll be able to not have to rush like I did yesterday. Although, I'll try to keep it in good time. Give me a sec, guys. If there's anything that I'm guilty of is not getting this prepared for any video. All right. Okay, so we will take a look, guys, at the first game, which is Tampa at Toronto. Here we go. Tavares scores 3. Maple Leafs top Lightning in Game 2. Tie East first round. A rout, folks, 7-2. Let's look at the numbers. All right, Maple Leafs outshoot them 37-22. They split on the faceoffs. Lightning 0 for 3 in the power play. The Maple Leafs 2 for 6. Lightning had 53 hits in the game. The Leafs responded with 41. 16 blocks for Tampa, 17 for Toronto. And Tampa had 3 giveaways, and Toronto had 12. Shots on goal. First period, 12-8 Toronto. Second period, 17-8 Toronto. Third period, 8-5 Toronto. Basically, to dominate each period, 37-22 for the game. Scoring. Mitch Marner from Riley and Matthews at the 47-second mark, and I'm watching this game, and I'm like, my goodness, is it going to be that kind of night? And yep, it was. Tavares from Riley at 12:45 to make it 2-0. Nylander from Riley and Matthews to make it 3-0 to close out a period. Very painful to watch if you're pulling for Tampa at the end of one. Second period. Let me open it up because it's a smaller clip. Here we go. Okay. Cole from Stamkos and Point to get on the board, 3-1, but Tavares replies to that from Riley and Nylander again. All the big names got it done yesterday in Toronto, folks. 4-1 Toronto. Ashton Reese makes it 5-1 from Kampf and Lafferty. So the role players were even doing it for the Leafs too, folks. Just a painful, painful game if you were cheering for Tampa. And then Marner again makes it 6-1 again for Toronto. And here we go. The rout is on at 18:02, end of 2. Third period, Corey Perry puts them on the board again, Tampa, but that was about it. 6-2. And then from Bellemare and Maroon. And then Tavares rounds out getting the hat trick for Marner and O'Reilly, 7-2 Toronto. Final. A rout. It's a rout. If you're a Toronto fan, that's exactly what the doctor ordered. Toronto yesterday looked like they could beat any team in hockey. But again, this is a Tampa team that, I don't know, they can turn the switch on and off, it feels like. So we're going to have to see what happens when Tampa goes back home. Game 3. If Toronto win Game 3, I think Toronto will win the series. But Toronto got to win Game 3. If Toronto lose Game 3, then no matter what, it's going deep. Toronto want to try and not go deep with this team if they're going to try to get out of the first round this year. We'll see. All right, guys, second game of the night. Rangers ease past Devils in Game 2 of Eastern first round. A 5-1 rout there as well. Let's look at the numbers. Rangers outshoot them 30-23. The faceoffs, the Devils outmaneuvered them there, 56-44%. Rangers 2 for 7 on the power play. The Devils 1 for 4. 39 hits apiece, so the Devils stood up to them. 16 blocks to 7. The Rangers have more blocks, and the giveaways really what did in the Devils, I believe in this one, 15-6. The Devils, wide margin more giveaways than the Rangers had. All right, shots on goal. First period 14-9. Second period 9-5. Both for the Rangers each period. Third period, the Devils favorite 9-7. 30-23 total for the game for the Rangers. Scoring. I got to open that up again. Okay, Holla from McLeod and Palat make it 1-0 on the power play. And I was hoping, that this was going to be the Devils' night, the way it started, actually. And then Tarasenko from Fox and Lindgren make it 1-1. And then Kreider from Kane and Zibanejad make it 2-1 on the power play. And I tell you, I honestly felt like the wheels fell off right there, as soon as they were behind. Kreider again from Kane and Fox make it 3-1 on the next power play. And right there, you know, going into the third, all the pressure's on New Jersey, of course. Kane unassisted makes it 4-1 at 6:34. And I didn't see the third here, folks, just for the record. And Kakko rounds it out 5-1. The Rangers win this going away. Now, the Devils are going to have to figure this out because it would be a tragic end for the Devils season if they lost, like they just went out like nothing, like without a fight. So far, it hasn't been a fight. And they're going to have to figure this out in New York. At least it's a building they're familiar with. And right now, maybe it'll do the Devils some good getting on the road. It might do them some good. So let's hope the Devils win next game, make a series of this, because I don't want to watch this series if they go down 3-0. I got no interest in, really. I'm cheering on the Devils. Come on, Lindy, wake up the dressing room. Get something going over there, please. Okay, let's go out west, guys. Avalanche rally to defeat Kraken in Game 2, even Western first round. 3-2 final, as you see. Let's look at the numbers. And the Kraken and the Avalanche. Here we go. Okay, 41-29. Shots on goal for the Avalanche, 55% to 45% for the Avs as well. Both of them 0 for 2 on the power play. Kraken had 40 hits. The Avalanche had 50 hits. They had 10 blocks. The Kraken did. The Avalanche had 20. I'll tell you, the Avalanche we'll talk about that in a sec, actually. 3 giveaways for the Kraken, 6 for the Avs. All right, shots on goal. First period, 11-10 Seattle. Second period, 16-12 Colorado. And third period, finally, the Avalanche look like they've woken up in this series. 15-6 in the third. 41-29 total for the game. Scoring. And this is where it got interesting. Schultz from Tolvanen and Gord. Now, anyway, we'll talk about it at the end of the first here. And then Tanev from Gord. So here they are. They're up 2-0, shorthanded goal. All the momentum was going their way. And I watched this game, and I was really thinking, my goodness, the Kraken are going to win this game. And then when Lehkonen scored, from Makar and Byram, when he scored, I still wasn't confident that the Avalanche were going to come back. This Seattle team has been very impressive. Nushishkin from Rodriguez and Tays, 2-2. But the third period, finally, for me, watching this game, I found that Seattle looked intimidated for the first time. Tays from Lehkonen and Girard, the game winner with about 7 minutes left, 7:01 left, 12:59. Colorado wins. I think that it took them to the end of Game 2 before they kind of started to figure Seattle out. This Seattle team's for real. This is going to be a long series. I wasn't expecting a long series here. I'd be surprised if Colorado go in and take both games in Seattle. I expect a split the way with these teams. I could see this going 7, really. This Seattle team just looked like they're going to win both games. And Colorado came back luckily came back, because if they would have went down 2-0, I don't know if they could beat this team 4-5 after. This team's really, it's no fluke, Seattle. It's weird because I look at their roster and I still don't get it, but they're playing a really good system of hockey. We'll see next game. All right, guys, let's go to the nightcap. Everybody's favorite team in Buffalo, the Golden Knights, defeat the Jets in Game 2, even Western first round. As you see, a 5-2 final. Numbers. The Knights outshoot the Jets 39-33. The faceoffs, they had the edge also, 52% to 48. 1 for 3 in the power play for the Jets, 0 for 4 for the Golden Knights. Look at the hits in this one, folks. Tell me this isn't a war. The Jets had 73 hits, and the Golden Knights had 64. Unbelievable. But, that's playoffs. The Jets had 16 blocks. The Golden Knights had 13. 16 giveaways for the Jets. 9 for the Golden Knights. Shots on goal per period, here we go. 17-8 Winnipeg in the first. All Winnipeg. I thought Winnipeg was going to win this game. I really did. Then Vegas in the second period, once they got a goal in this game, anyway, we're going to get into that. 19-10 in the second, and Vegas 12-6 in the third. I thought it was too damn easy for them in the third. Winnipeg just kind of turtled up in the third period. Scoring? All right, Adam Lowry from Pionk and Schmidt, 1-0 after 1. All Winnipeg in the first period, guys. All Winnipeg. Winnipeg should have ran away with this game, and they didn't. Carlson in the second from Kessel and Smith, 1-1. Once they scored, you knew they were awake. You just knew it. You knew it. You could see the momentum switch. And then Eichel on a perfect deflection. Perfect deflection. I'll give him credit where it's due. My goodness. From Pietrangelo and Arnadio at 10:25. So here we are halfway through the game. It's only 2-1, but my goodness, you could just feel the momentum shift. And Stenlund from Nalanen and DeMello ties it up 2-2 at 16:01. So here we are 2-2 after 2, right? But you're just happy Winnipeg's tied at this point. That's how I felt going into the third. All right, third period, Stevenson from Pietrangelo and Stone make it 3-2. And Mark Stone, kind of a nice hockey story, actually, because this guy's had some rough luck with injuries. Gets his first one at 13:01 from Stevenson and Howden. Makes it 4-2, and Stone again from Carlson and Kessel rounds it out 5-2 Vegas. There is a side of me cheering for Stone. There is. You know, this guy's had some really rough luck. Well, that game, I was ticked off at Winnipeg because Winnipeg had them on the ropes and they let them slip out of their fingers, and there was no reason for it. It wasn't like Vegas was pushing them. It wasn't like Vegas was all over them and they were getting lucky because of Hellebuck. No. They had pressure on them, and they let it slip out of their fingers. They didn't convert when they should have. And that's what happens in the playoffs. You've seen the hits in that game, though. My goodness, you know. It was a good, hard-hitting affair. It was a war, and in the end, Vegas won it. When it came right down to the trenches, they won it, you know. And that's gonna be a long series. That's gonna be a hard-hitting, long series. And I'll tell you, whoever comes out of that series, if they're going to play physical like that, could go all the way. They could just go all the way. We'll see, because a lot of teams, when they come out of physical series like this, when they come out, they kind of, you know, ease up a bit. I seen that I think it was Minnesota last year, or the year before. Minnie was throwing like 60 hits a game or something, and then all of a sudden they went to like 25, and I'm like, and then Minnesota bowed out. So if Vegas is going to do this, if they're going to just throw tons of hits, and so is Winnipeg, whoever comes out of that series should be the intimidator in the next one, whoever they play. It's kind of my vision on that one, guys. All right, done for this one. The early bird is singing, folks. All right, I got to get out. Oh, we have a visitor that wants to say good morning. And there she is, folks. She says, good morning, everybody. I'm all into the hockey. Yes, I am. Hey, there you go. Rosie, go sit down. All right, guys, I shall see you maybe tonight. I don't know. Might be watching the games. I don't know. I might throw up some Sabres videos. We do have the Amherst starting, guys. I'll be reporting on that as well. See you then.